Welcome back to my channel Line Shapeform. In this video, I'll show you how to proportion Tanjiro's head from Demon Slayer, focusing on the front and three-quarter view. Let's get started. I'm using the Loomis method for the head. For more details, check the videos in the description below. We'll begin with a circle. If drawing circles is challenging for you, start by sketching a vertical line that matches the length of the circle's diameter. Next, locate the midpoint of that line and draw a horizontal line of the same length. If that's not enough, you can add a few more markings at various angles for additional guidance. We'll use these two lines as guidelines, so even if you can draw circles without them, be sure to include them with your circle. Now divide both the upper and lower halves of the vertical line into thirds. Extend the vertical line by 1 unit. This will represent the height of the head, excluding the hair. Next, also divide both the left and right sides of the horizontal line into thirds. Great, now we can draw the head. When it comes to anime or manga characters, the proportions and placement of each facial feature can vary based on several factors, including the desired facial expression. For example, if the mouth is wide open, you may need to position the eyes and nose slightly higher and closer together. Conversely, for an intense look with furrowed eyebrows and a slightly tucked-in chin, you might place the eyes lower. Use this tutorial as a general guideline, but remember that it's not set in stone, and many aspects are not strictly logical. Experienced artists often draw from instinct, using fewer or even no guidelines, as they have a strong understanding of what to focus on. Unless something looks noticeably off, it's perfectly acceptable to make slight adjustments to proportions or placements. You don't need to be overly fussy about these details, but it's important to train your eyes to recognize when something looks off and what needs to be adjusted. Keep this in mind as you develop your drawing and observation skills. Sometimes, experimenting with placement is necessary to achieve the desired look. To make this easier, it can be helpful to roughly sketch everything first, using light strokes, before committing to the final lines. Tanjiro's irises and pupils are not round. Instead, they have an angular shape. The ears will mostly be covered by hair, but I will include the details anyway so you can see what the covered parts look like. I'll place a mark 1 unit above the head to indicate the volume I'm adding for the hair. When it comes to the earrings, you can choose to add or omit some details depending on the size of your drawing. Now let's remove some of the lines that are no longer needed. I will show you an inked version later, but first, let's define some of the outlines more distinctly in the Demon Slayer style. Okay, we'll move on to the cell shading next. I've traced the sketch with an ink brush, but you don't have to. I'm using blue for the sketch to make it more visible for you, but I'll trace these again afterwards using the corresponding shade colors. I'll provide the color codes for each color I used later on. Great! Now, let's take a look at the colored version. First, I'll show you just the base colors along with their corresponding color codes. And here's the shaded version. Okay, let's move on to drawing the 3/4 view next. We'll start in the same way as we did with the front view. However, due to the 3/4 angle, we need to adjust the vertical midline of the head. You can estimate the size of the side circle, but since we have the measurements from the front view, I'll use that as a reference. I can draw a vertical line, let's say at the widest part of the head, and check where this vertical line intersects with the circle, then transfer that to the 3/4 view. Now realistically, you would draw the contours of the face something like this, with the chin positioned here. Or maybe something like this for more realistic and adult-looking faces. However, this isn't how many characters are typically designed to look from this angle. Instead, the chin is often drawn slightly off to the side. If we look at Tanjiro's face from the side view, we can see that his forehead and chin are almost at the same level. As mentioned before, this indicates that realistically, his chin should be positioned around here from this angle. Now, you may have seen characters with profiles like this before, featuring a somewhat receding chin. Characters with childlike proportions are often designed to appear as though they have a receding chin from the 3/4 view, even if they don't from the profile view. This applies to Tanjiro as well, so we will position his chin a little off to the side. Give the right eye slightly less height than the left eye. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, I'd appreciate a thumbs up or a comment. To stay updated on future uploads, please consider subscribing and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching.